Day 12 of Broncos training camp. RK and Hank giving you our 3 takeaways of the day, and it starts with Russ cooking a little bit. He started off really hot, just dialing up little short passes, but really letting it go, like maybe for the most I've seen it in practice, just ripping balls in there. And over the course of the day, like hit 8 out of every 10 passes. It was a really accurate and safe day for the most part for Russell Wilson.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know why you're talking about cooking and heat. I just can't be thinking about that right now. It's so hot out here. But yeah, I mean, it was awesome stuff from Russ. There were potentially a couple sacks early on in there that, you know, he takes the extra step, he throws the ball anyway, but it worked out. It worked out.
Those aren't sacks.
They might be sacks. It was a big debate on the sideline whether those are sacks. But still, hits those passes. No Ronald Darby. He's day-to-day with the chest contusion, which makes things a little bit easier. But yeah, I mean, he was carving it up early.
Yeah, and then you get the full Jerry Jeudy experience, and it's exciting and disappointing at the same time. Jerry gets a reverse that I say he took to the house, got out in the open field, made a couple guys miss. Later in the practice, he catches one up the seam. Thought he could have tucked that one to the house too.
Of course.
But then there's just these little mental lapses from him that are disappointing. The interception that Russ throws to Michael Ojemudia, you look back and it's Jerry's just jogging on the route, and it's like he probably doesn't think it's coming to him. It's a late read, you know, Russ is scrambling in the backfield, but that's something you have to be aware of as a wide receiver, knowing that Russ is going to be scrambling around. Like, you got to be active throughout the entire route.
Yeah, and I mean, that's back-to-back days we've seen Jerry give up on a play. It's not something you love. It's probably not going to happen in a game, but you know, it's a little bit gross. But still, I mean, at the end, Pat Surtain sits out those last couple drives, not for a reason. Well, for a reason. The reason is they want to let the offense do something. But Jerry Jeudy was the target. Jerry Jeudy's getting a bunch of targets. He's catching balls. There was one that he probably should have gotten. Essang Bassey's on his back on just a little slant route. He's able to break it up. We'll call it a good play, but mostly good from Jerry Jeudy. One really baffling play, though.
Yeah, and there was actually another one where it felt like he could have come back to the ball a little bit more for Russ. Pat Surtain was able to reach in and break it up. It's just one of those, that's a coaching moment for like Russ or the coaches to come over and just say, hey, make sure you're coming all the way back, finish those plays.
And there was the one-on-one too.
Yes.
There was the one-on-one at the start. I don't think we touched on this, but Pat Surtain in coverage, perfect ball from Russell Wilson, just drops into Jerry Jeudy at that back pylon. It was so pretty, and you can't blame Surtain for it either.
Yep, and Surtain broke up the first one. Again, the full Jerry Jeudy experience. And finally, just some standouts. Matt Henningsen, for the second day in a row, I was like, 91, that's Henningsen, that's a rookie. Nice to see him kind of getting into the swing of things here at camp.
Yeah, getting into the backfield in particular. Like, he's just, I'm not sure if there was a blown assignment or something, or he just blew somebody up, but there was one run in particular where he just got into the backfield quickly, maybe a 4-yard loss, 5-yard loss. He looked good. Seth Williams looked good. That's the move the ball drill at the end of practice. He turned into Josh Johnson's favorite target. I think it was 5 catches in a row, one on 3rd down that didn't quite move the change, one on a 4th down that did, one on the sideline, an out route that's a decent gain, but it was just back to back to back. And you know, that's something to keep an eye on as they figure out who can fill in for Tim Patrick.
Yeah, you'd love for it to be Seth Williams because he has all those tools. Cortland Sutton didn't practice today, dealing with a little bit of a shoulder. You hope that's nothing, but that also opened the door for Brandon Johnson. I thought early in practice there was just like some great connections between he and Russell Wilson. So we'll keep an eye on those receivers. A lot of great talent there. That's going to wrap it up for us today.